Okay, this is number 2 of 2. We had somebody sent us 2 boxes. This is the next one. Let's see what it is. See the difference the packing makes? Thing's fine. Perfectly fine. Well, well, well. I say we open this one up and see what it is and see what we're gonna do. It's a mobile box, obviously. It's got the little 12-volt cable coming out the wire. It's all right. Could be worse. Nice! Oh baby, this is an original. The original X-Force has got Toshibas in it, and it's got bias in it. 2 amp, or smaller amp. This is a 6-pill. It's an older original X-Force. All the input, which is unusual by the way, all the input resistors on the combined, or splitter, I'm sorry, are burnt to a crisp, like some bad toast on a Wednesday morning. And then all the resistors on the output are fried like Kentucky Fried Chicken. And do I have any 10 ohms that are bad? At least one. Let's see. I'll show you some more when I can get closer to you in here. I see one 10 ohm that's toast. Hopefully it's only one because they're Toshibas. And guess what? I don't have any Toshibas. So we'll have to figure that out. Toshibas are done, boys and girls. They're done. They're over. Get over it. No more Toshibas. Okay? It's the way it goes. They haven't made them in who knows. Tell me how many years. Does anyone know really? It's been a long time. It's over. Toshibas are never coming back. The HG2879Cs that they make now are phenomenal. They talk and they work, and they're as good as it's gonna get, and in my opinion they're almost, I'm never gonna say they're as good, but they're 95% as good as Toshibas, if you know what you're doing with them. We got boxes that strobe, man. They talk big time. And I love the C's because you run them at 16 volts and they love that. You can run them at 17, okay, if you want to. Okay, you can run them at 18. I wouldn't. But they talk big time. Big time. I figured out how to build boxes with those. Phenomenal. But anyways, at least one Toshiba went bye-bye. So let me get this out of the way. 2 driving 6. This is broke away from the copper board. The splitter. Every one of the resistors are fried. I get a close-up of this in a minute. This Toshiba right here, second one here, at least that one is blown. See this stuff? I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Do what you want, but you're not going to get any more Toshibas when you blow them up. Anyways, yeah, this I like the old builds, you know? It brings you back to the past. You know, you look at these and you look at the parts they used and the guys who did them and how they work. Now, these guys did great work, man. These guys were just great. All the old timers that did this, you know, really got everybody into these DC boxes. Just phenomenal work. You know, we were working a 711 built 16 pill for 30 years. The thing never blew. It's amazing. And there's certain things that they do that I love to look at, how they do it. You know, who's the person that originally really said this is exactly what it has to be? You know, and I'm hearing Dave, you know, Dave made, which I believe. Very smart people, you know. I'm just a follower. That's all I am. But, okay. So I'll give you a little close-up of this before we decide what we're going to do with it. But this 6-pill, 2 driving 6 needs to be fixed too. Nice box. I like these older boxes myself. The variable price still works on it, which is crazy because these new ones are horrible. The parts, let me tell you something. The parts they make now are nothing like the parts they used to get. Nothing is the same. Not down to the resistors. Nothing. The switches, all that stuff. They just don't make them like they used to, man. Anyways, okay. Let's get a close-up of this. Okay, so the old X-Force with sideband and bias. See here? This broke away. Broke away hard enough that it broke the 316 right here away from it. Doo-doo-doo. Resistors fried to a crispy crisp. 10 ohm resistor right there. Gone, so at least this pill is gone. Hopefully that's it. Now on the driver's side, see if I can find anything here. Both 10 ohms are good. They're in here. It's hard to see them because of this stuff. So hopefully the driver section is good. We'll check all that. They know the original tuning on those Toshibas. I know what they are too, so I'll double check it. We'll check SO239s. You know, they get old. So always think about changing these on the older boxes because they're inexpensive and that could blow your box up. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the remotes, huh? Nice. Good old stuff, man. So basically, that's the scoop on this one. Hopefully it's an easy fix. The box is in good shape. You packed it great. And we'll get into this one. We'll let you know what happens when we do. Till then, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so what I ended up doing is pulling all the pills out because one of them I pulled out to change it. The heat sink compound wasn't even on the whole pill. And so you can't let that be because if it isn't, it's going to blow the pill. So, and that's what I found out that happened here, I believe. Anyways, so I pulled all those out. I checked all the capacitors, they're all good. All the caps over here are good. I think the driver's fine. We're gonna try to run this thing now. Hopefully it'll be 100%. Bada boom, let's check it out. Okay, holy cow. A lot has happened with this radio, with this box. I just wanna go over real quick what I actually ended up doing. Change this coil. Change the input coil. Change the input tuning right here. Put all new caps in. Change the output tuning. Moved the tube. Got that retuned. Changed all the resistors on the output combiner. All the resistors on the input splitter. Pulled out all of the pills so I could put new grease underneath them so that, hold on a second. So I put new heat seat compound under all of those because when I pulled the first one out, this thing's like over 30 years old. I felt it had to do it. You don't want to lose these HGs, you want to protect them. I pulled all of the bias out of it from here in the driver's section. I did so much I don't know if I can remember. I retuned the input. I put new tuning capacitors on the output and I doubled them up like I do. This is my thing that I do. Got that perfect, got that just right. What else did I do? I did a lot of stuff on this here box here, but I changed 2 pills. I checked these caps. I checked all these caps, the 330s and the 1000s, make sure they're good. I checked all of the soldering in the board to make sure it was good, nothing was loose. Took out all the extra parts we didn't need. Took out these caps. Some people like to use these. They just get old. These are over 30 years old. You want to take them out. They do nothing anyway. The only thing I haven't done, I'm going to ask 28 to do it, is change the SO239s on the back here. I think you should do it. They work, but why take the chance of blowing something up? You know what I'm saying? This had to be glued back down. I believe I got that better. I know this one I glued, it was loose. I checked this one, I think, but this one I re-glued on the input. Whew! I went back and forth on this thing and retuned it 6 times. You know, I made different coils, getting the right one so I can get the input just right, because this is very important for your audio and for the way the box is going to play out and tune. Messed around with this one a number of times, this coil, to get it just right. Like I said, I remounted this tube so that I could deal with this separately from this. The way he had it up is all one piece. Is okay for them. I don't like that. I like to have these separate in case I got to move them, do something with them. Other than that, I checked everything else on the box. Now I'm going to key it one time and see what we can do with this thing. It is just, I'm going to be running the Magnum. It's the reflect is killing us. Magnum 680 right into this box because it's a 2-drive-in-6 all Toshiba box. Let's see what it does. 1000 watt slug in RMS, 5000 watt slug in peak, 1000 RMS. 111111111111111111111. That's putting 1000 watt slug RMS in the corner. It's a 6 pill, remember, not an 8 pill. 5000 in peak. 1111111111111111111. So it's doing 2000 peak and 1000 RMS. But now this is with my big radio. What you're going to get out of this thing normally, anywhere from 5 to 800 watts, depending on what radio you use. These you can put up to 15 or 20 watts into this driver, RMS. The thing will fly. But I suggest running this thing between, 600 and 800 watts all the time. That's the way I would do it. I'd key it at like 200, let it swing up, or 300, swing up to 6, 7, 800 bird, and 2000 peak, whatever. But that's basically it. It's working beautifully. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this box has never talked this good, because I had to do things to it, especially with the input coil. It had a 4-turn input coil, and it was blocking some of the input. You have to be there to understand it. So I couldn't get the thing to do more than 400 or 500, maybe 600 watts if I pushed it. After I changed the input tuning, changed the tank coil, started to fly. That's when I tweaked the output coil and then the tuning on my brass tube. It helped that I changed the capacitance on the back side of these 2-pill sections. I put it to my standard on that. That actually helped also. This one was actually blown. That was one of the problems with this box to begin with, why it blew a couple pills, because this one was gone. Okay, So doing it the way I do it with, gotta get that out of there. With the two caps like this, they're more rugged. And that's what we need, ruggedness, so we can do some talking. But anyways, other than that, it's a pretty much standard 2.6, the old X-Force way. I like the box, it's great. It has preamp, and it works. It has delay, and it works. I pull out the bias because he does not use bias. It's great if you're very familiar with sideband. If not, you can blow the pills like that. So he said just take them out. He talks AM specifically. He doesn't talk sideband. So this baby is ready to go. This is a humping 6-pill. But I like to say between 600 and 800 bird is what you're going to see normally on this, which is still going to almost peak at 2,000. So you're all good. There she is. The clown way. The clown got down. I think I got it. We're running that 300 power supply. This 2x6. I'm doing it the Magnum just for grins. 1,000 watt on the left, 5,000 on the right, and peak. RMS on the left. 1. Hello radio, hello radio. 1. That's 1,000 just slammed. That's a 6-pill. Have a nice day. Just to show you what this box will do with kind of like a radio almost anybody could have or has. Here's my DX99, but 711 built this. It's a nice, really kicking radio, okay? Going into this 2x6. Same of everything. 1,000 watt slug, RMS, 5,000 in peak, and RMS. Hello radio 1. Hello radio 1. 700 bird. Peak. Hello 1. About 1,800 peak. Hello radio, what's going on? The clown, big nose, big nose. 1. Illinois got down, got real far down. So that's what it's going to do. Between 600 and 800, depending on the radio. 600 and 800 RMS, 1,800 peak. Use a little bit bigger radio. It'll do up to 1,000 RMS, 2,000, 2,200 peak. Just thought I'd show you on the other radio, okay? And it's a 711 build DX99V. I love that radio. And I'm gone now.
My brother. Changing your SO239s. They're not horrible. I've seen worse. But at this stage of the game, we want you to stay 10-8. Just one more thing, but, you know, a little bit of slop in there. If I take it like this, jiggle it around a little bit. Now when I take and stick it in the new one, it's outrageous how tight that is. I mean, this will never. Never. I can't get that to come out for nothing. I just barely pushed it in there too. Nice and tight. So, you know, just one less thing to worry about. So they weren't horrible. I've seen worse, but these go in the garbage. These go in the box. That's all. Get rid of these 4 old rusty nuts and bolts. And putting on 4 new ones with lockers. Little lock washers on there, you know, so they can't come loose. That's all. There you go. New SO239s.
Keep it 400, swing about 650. Hello, radio, 1. Hello, radio. I think it'll work good for him. I think he'll get some skip topping in.
410. What are you running now? How many watts you doing? I got the recorder going. Break.
Right now, I'm swinging up to about 650 boys. Hello, 1, about 1,700 peak. And if I could turn it up a little bit, I guess. Hello, radio 17750 right there. I think it still has audio. I'm keying it hard. I think it still has audio for you.
Yep, never changed over here.
See what I got here. Hello, radio 11111111. If I tightening up there, I'm getting about 800 out of her now. Is she tightening up?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's get to the swing side. I'm doing 800 bird right there. I want to go on the swing side. The Crown's got the low side right there. 22, big radio, Illinois, 6 hill, got down. Barefoot. I'm running a barefoot radio. And now I'm swinging. Swinging this time, figure, no doubt about it. Oh yeah, I like it right there. I like when it swings up to about 600 bird. I hope you like it because this thing's running perfectly. I'm going to go 10-7. The Crown with no nose got down. I'm